Today I'm going to be playing Onirim, which is a pretty neat little one-player game. The box looks like this. You travel through a nightmarish hellscape to try and escape the land of dreams. So, I'll be playing with the base game and the Books of Steps of Lost and Found, which is one of the expansions. So, we'll get it set up real quick here. It's a pretty neat little game. The only drawback is there's a lot of shuffling. Okay, so I've shuffled. So now I'm shuffling the Books of Steps Lost and Found deck. So the Books is a twist on the normal game. In the normal game, you're walking through trying to open a series of doors. But it doesn't matter what order you open them in. When you add the Books expansion, you have to open them in a specific order. So our order is going to be brown, red, green, green, blue, brown again, red, and then our last one is, of course, blue. So I'm going to have to open in that order. However, you have the spells, spells to help you, which is discard pile. So you can use stuff to manipulate. You can discard or remove 5 of your discard pile from the game and draw 5 cards, putting them on the bottom if you'd wish. You can get rid of 7 discard cards to swap the location of any 2 doors, or you can discard 10 of your discard pile, remove 10 from the game, and remove a nightmare from the game, or cancel a nightmare essentially. So it ends up being pretty handy. So for Onirim, you draw 5 cards to start the game. So this is my hand of 5. Pretty decent hand, actually. So, well, sorta. Play that. Draw back up. So this is one of my brown cards. So in order to open the brown door, I have to play 3 brown cards in a row, which that is troublesome here. Alright, so this is a pretty sucky hand, but I'm still going to end up discarding this red one because there are more red cards than any other card. And we'll see what I can get. And it's another blue. So this is actually pretty good. So I've got 3 blue cards, but the only drawback is since I'm playing with Books, I don't need a blue card. I don't need to open a blue door until later. So I need to find this brown. So I don't like to do this, but I can play a brown key next. And draw, and it's a red, which I'll discard, and draw another card. It's a green key. So I'll discard that, which triggers a prophecy. So you draw 5 cards. And then you must discard one of them, which is a nightmare. I can get rid of a nightmare, so that's good. And the rest you put on the top of the deck in whatever order you please. So I'm going to get this brown card on the top of the deck, and then the rest won't matter for a reason you'll see why here in a second. So then I redraw back up to 5, and then this is the brown card, so I played that. Now I have 3 browns in a row. I can search the deck for a brown door and go through it. And now I have to shuffle the deck because I just searched it. So that ended up being a pretty crappy opening hand that I salvaged fairly well. We lost a green key and 2 red cards. So there are 14 red cards left in the deck. No, I don't have any in my hand, so there's 14 in the deck. You only need 6 to open the door. So I think I'm still doing pretty good. When the deck runs out, that's game over. Alright, so that's my shuffle, and I draw up to 5, and it's another brown, which I don't care as much about. So here's the tricky part, is I've got a handful of suns. I can't play any of those suns because I just played a sun last. My discard pile's got 3, 4 in it, so I can't use any of the spells from the books of Steps of Lost and Found. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that. There's still 9 brown cards left in the deck, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And it paid off, I got a red card. So, I don't like to do this, but it's better than discarding it. I'll play a blue card, draw up, then play that red sun I drew, because now I have to open the red door next. And now I have a whole mess of suns, and all of them are blue. So I'll discard one of the blue suns, draw another red sun. Ooh, so now I just need one more red card. Discard this blue. This brown moon. I'll discard the brown moon to draw. It's another red sun. Let's see. See, now here's where I don't like. I have 8 cards in my discard pile, so I could swap one of the doors for that green door that's next, but I can't do anything, and I'm 1 red card down. So I'll go ahead and discard this red sun and see if we can't get something better. That's not really better. I need to consider real quick. One moment while I think. I'm going to use my first Steps of Lost and Found spell. So I'll discard 5 cards, or remove 5 cards from the game, rather. Set those aside. I get to look at the bottom 5 cards of the deck. Put one of them on top, and then the rest go on the bottom. And that's exactly what we need. I'll take this red key, put it in my hand, and the other 4. I get to choose the order. It really doesn't matter at this point because I'm going to shuffle here soon. So, this key goes on the top of the deck. And now I'll discard another blue sun, draw, and I got the red key. So I can play the red key. Oh, great. Yippee. Whatever, play that sun, I at least get to open a red door. So we're a quarter of the way done with the game. I gotta reshuffle once more and draw up to my full 5 hand size. But because of that, I mean, now I can kind of start burning reds if I'm not too worried about them, because there's more reds than any other type of card in the deck, and I've already opened one of the 2 red doors, so. Alright. So, just to refresh your memory from 10 seconds ago, there's my hand. It's not super great. It'll be hard getting this green door open, but we'll see what happens. Oh! It's a red door. I have to set that aside. So I continue drawing until my hand is full. And it's a red sun. Neat. And now I have to shuffle this into the deck. So there is an expansion which cuts down on shuffling, but I don't know. It's not the best expansion in the world. And I'm kind of experimenting with this format, so I didn't want to use a bunch more space than I had to. This game comes with 7 expansions in it, which is actually kind of cool. You can mess with them or play with all of them, mix and match, or include them all. I don't know. I haven't played them all yet, but the ones I have are decent time killers anyway for a one-player game that's kind of quick. So I'm going to play this moon. I can't play the sun right away because I previously played a sun right here. And just straighten this up a little bit. I think that actually made it worse. But I'll draw... Ooh, good. That's perfect. So now I can play my green sun, draw, and my green moon, and now I can open the green door. So I searched through the deck, found the green door, now I gotta shuffle. So we're doing pretty good here. The deck's still probably 2/3 of the way done, and we're just a little bit over that. I've only used one spell, which is great. I'd kind of like to stock up my discard pile a little more. I prefer saving those spells with for the nightmares, because the nightmares are pretty awful. But can't mess with that now. And I got a whole heap of red. And actually, so there's 5 cards in my discard pile. So I can go red sun, draw the blue key, red moon, draw the brown moon, then I'll discard the blue key, yeah, which will let me prophecy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's bad. So I'll get rid of that. I got to put these back on top in any order. So it goes there. I draw and get the red key. But now, look. I've got 7 cards in my discard pile, so I can use a spell, discard 7 or remove 7 discards from the game right here, and I can swap the position of any 2 doors. So I will swap this green and this red. So then when I play this red sun, now I can open the red door.